There is, as I look out of my commentary box window, a very large and very excited crowd here today, eagerly anticipating another memorable race. Lewis Hamilton took his maiden win on this circuit in 2007. Jenson Button came from last place to win here in 2011. And there's certainly no shortage of drama on offer here at the Canadian Grand Prix. If you want flat-out racing, you've come to the right place this weekend, as it's full throttle for 59% of this 2.7-mile circuit, peaking at around 210 miles per hour going into the final chicane. But that speed requires discipline, and there are more than a few close walls here, just waiting to punish drivers with a heavy right foot. It's a favourite for fans and drivers alike then here in Canada. We're used to seeing the unexpected happen here, and with me today to enjoy it all is Anthony Davidson, a man who knows firsthand the surprises that can pop up in this race.
I do indeed. I had a good chance at some points here in 2007, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. My old colleague Takuma Sato, though, he managed to finish 6th, so the team took home 3 valuable points, and that was a big boost to everyone at the time. I'm not sure I can think of anywhere else that so consistently provides the kind of late race excitement we get here. Obviously, towards the end of the Grand Prix, the brakes are getting worn, maybe the weather situation has changed, so there's a lot to keep fighting for all the way up to that final corner.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have a Ferrari, Perez, Kimi Raikkonen, and Verstappen, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Massa, and Kevin Magnussen, Ocon, Alonso, Stoffel Van Dorn, and Kvyat, Palmer, Sainz, Lance Stroll, and Pascal Wehrlein. Ericsson and Roman Grosjean starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care. being shown some minor wear. laps to go. We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A? Confirmed. We expect to potentially see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Kimi is in the pits. Kimi is pitting. We can't take you right now. Pit in next lap. Right, coming at the end of this lap. last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 23 laps to go. Position. You're in fourth position. Verstappen is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 8.0 seconds. They're on old ultra softs. Hamilton is behind you. They're on old ultra softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 22 laps to go. Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Sat in P2. Perez ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 12.2 seconds. They're on old ultra softs. Bottas behind. The gap behind us is 2.0 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 21 laps to go. Forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. pit stops. 15 laps still remaining. can slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green. Understood, stopping this lap. Go now. DRS will be offline. drivers. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 6 laps to go. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Our current points leader extends their lead at the top of the championship after a very good result here today. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Probably Stoffel van Dorn. You know, strong pace, good work with the strategy, just a very complete drive, I think.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari moved to the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.